our first 2 matches were Cedric Alexander versus Grand Metalik and Tyler Bate versus TJP.
Oh.
Next week, we're getting Roderick Strong versus Hideo Itami.
Oh, my Lord.
This is going to be a good tournament.
So,
I like this.
Here's the thing. The way the tournament has been laid out is that it's attracting people to watch 205 Live because you have these good matches.
Yeah, it was a good show this week. I enjoyed 205 Live this week. I really did. I haven't said that ever. I've never said that before.
I think this is going to turn 205 Live around.
I hope so.
And gain popularity like NXT has.
I really hope it does. I'm not going to lie. I really hope that it does. It deserves it. It really does deserve a chance to shine if possible.
If you look at the wrestlers that are in 205 Live, these guys, I mean, you can't blink or you'll miss a move. That's how quick they are and agile, and they will do things that you never thought or moves that can be done. I mean, you watch it and you'll find out what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, and I will say, it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely, I'm going to enjoy this tournament. I'm trying to see if they've announced brackets yet. They haven't officially announced brackets yet. So I'm waiting to see the brackets when they do come out. But we're just going to be without Champion to Mania, but that's fine. It's only a couple months. We'll have a nice tournament. I love tournaments.
Right.
And we'll keep track of this tournament for the next couple of months.
I mean, here's the thing. It would make sense to have that type of match at WrestleMania because you're crowning a champion.
Even if it's in the pre-show, that's fine. I mean,
I don't think it should be the pre-show. I think it should have its own. No, I think it should have it as headline its own match.
He had the Continental Championship within the pre-show last year.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Things change.
I'm just saying. If the Continental Championship, if that belt can't even make the main show last year, the Cruiserweights have no chance this year.
Things change. Things change.
You had Austin Aries and Neville last year and didn't even make the main show.
Well, do you blame him?
Yeah, that was a good match.
I know.
Nobody saw it, but it was a good match.
See, you've got to hype this up the right way. That's why.
So, all right, moving on. We have other signing news in NXT. We have all those big announcements as War Machine and Ricochet and EC3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's one that I didn't
see. Wait. EC3?
EC3.
EC3. I missed that memo.
He was on TakeOver this week.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, EC3 is now in NXT as EC3.
They're keeping him as EC3?
Just the name, though. They're not announcing. They're not saying what EC3 stands for. They're just calling it EC3.
So he's not going back to Derek Bateman.
Thank God.
Okay.
But Triple H stole one from TNA that I didn't see coming.
Ooh.
He pulled a coup on this one. I did not expect this one.
He reached out?
You know who he signed? And you're not gonna see this one coming either.
Okay, let me see. TNA.
The big one of the original, a big time original.
Magnus?
The original. Like original. From day one original.
Original?
James
Storm.
Jeremy Borash.
Why?
Jeremy Borash is
really?
now working for WWE.
Really?
As of this week.
Really?
He's going to help in NXT behind the scenes.
So is he going?
How crazy is that?
Well, NXT really doesn't. Well,
no, they can use people backstage, and he's fantastic. Well, like the computer work and the behind the scenes stuff and promo packages. He's like an announcer.
Well, yeah,
he's like a play-by-play guy.
Well,
NXT can use him.
and that's why I figure with Jeremy is basically he's a nice guy that can work on the mic.
Keep in mind they have Steve Corino on roster, and he's not doing commentary right now. So who knows? You know what I mean?
Well, I think Steve Corino is more for basically
training.
Well, training and also creative.
Yeah, I was saying, with Jerry Morash, he's not working with WWE. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm not going to lie, I did not see that one coming.
We have a locker room sale. No, I'm sorry.
So the other big announcement that happened at the Rumble, HBO, they announced officially their Andre the Giant documentary that will air on the Tuesday after WrestleMania on April 10th. That's a big deal.
I know.
And HBO.
They showed some of the scenes from this.
Looks good. Looks really good.
Looks good, but
what are you expecting? What are you expecting going in?
I hate to burst people's bubbles, but this documentary is going to look at Andre from all sides. You got to take the good with the bad, and that's the thing is with anybody.
You know what? People still love Ric Flair after that 30 for 30. I don't think anything can be done when it comes to Andre.
Yeah, I mean,
people still love Ric Flair, and he admitted he was an asshole.
And the thing that everyone remember about Andre, that he was a very generous and a wonderful person, and that's the person he is. But I have to warn you, going into seeing this documentary, going with eyes open and an open mind, because there are things behind the scenes that people don't know about, and have
looking forward to it.
Right.
Oh, by the way, speaking of documentaries,
Okay.
for those who are fans of the WWE 24 series,
Yes.
if they do,
Yeah.
I watched the WrestleMania doc. Because I came home sick on Monday, and I was like, I woke up from a nap. I'm like, well, I'm laying in bed. I'm going to do something.
Okay.
So I watched it, and it was good. And I really liked the 24 documentary. This was one from WrestleMania this year.
Uh-huh.
And I have to say something. After watching this documentary, if Undertaker wrestles this year, I'll be shocked. Because if you go by what was said on this documentary from him, from announcers, from other wrestlers, from his mouth, it sounds like to me he's retired.
Well,
based on what he said.
If memory serves me,
so I'm just going by what I watched.
Right, if memory serves me right, and I'm just making sure that at the end of his match, he laid out his coat and hat,
and then he went down through the tunnel,
right? And,
all like amazing,
and did not say a word.
No,
but
before he left,
before he left, he raised his hand in the air
and went down through the tunnel. Then.
Right.
But in the documentary, when he got down there, he was in tears. Mark Holloway was in tears. Which shocked me. I never seen him cry. I've never seen the guy cry before.
I heard that he got emotional.
And what we watch on the documentary, he goes and says, "You remember when Shawn Michaels retired, and his reaction on the end, we both joked about it when it happened, and he looked at the camera and it's like, wow, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow." Remember he said that?
Yeah.
The rest of me, Taker said that, but in a melancholy way. Like he's like, after 30 plus years, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'm like, wow, you retired for real? Like, did this happen? Did this really happen? Like, wow.
I mean, how can
It's hard to talk about, right? It's hard. It's hard to discuss.
I mean, if you want to look at what happened and basically make your own assumption and conclusions, you can say, yeah, he's retired, even though he hasn't officially said it. And here's the thing.
Stone Cold never officially retired either. He just left.
Well,
he never. If you ever,
no, yeah, he never.
You saw his last match.
Yeah.
He never retired.
Right.
He just got pinned by The Rock, and then we never saw him wrestle again.
I think
maybe it's the same thing here.
I think you have to give the man his say in coming to the ring and thanking his fans for being with him for 30 years.
But is it in Taker's character? But is it in Taker's character? Or was that what he did at Raw 25? Was that what he did at Raw 25? Because that didn't seem right either.
No.
That weird speech he gave at 25 did not seem right.
No, I see.
That felt weird to me.
Well, Raw 25, it was leading to
nothing.
That's
it, nothing. That's the problem.
Kind of, sort of, but I mean, if you want to fill in the blanks.
He said that everyone can now rest in peace. Okay? What does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means.
Here's the thing. Half of the fans are saying, okay, he's retiring, and this is his way of saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And the other half are saying, well, I think he's got one more match in him for WrestleMania.
Do you want him to wrestle one more time? Be honest with you. As a fan, do you want to see him wrestle one more time?
As a fan, part of me says yes, but as the other part of me is, I'd rather have him have his time in the ring to say what he wants, what's on his mind, and to say official goodbye. And I know he's going to be very emotional on it, and I can guarantee you that his wife, Michelle McCool, is going to be out on the ringside someplace, and he's probably going to basically walk down to her, and they're going to walk away after he said what he said. I
don't know if that will happen on WWE TV, though. Well, I can't see them doing that on television.
No,
I can see them doing something like my opinion.
Right.
As I told Sal, I told Sal this off air. My what I would do, I would give him the year off this year. He wants to do the WrestleMania junket. He wants to do the signings. He wants to do the access. Fine. Next year, If it's in New York, it'd be perfect. Hall of Fame. And that would be where he gives his speech. At the Hall of Fame, at the Garden.
My thing is,
how crazy would that be if he got inducted in the Hall of Fame in the Garden?
But here's the thing. I would like him at WrestleMania this year to basically have his time to say goodbye. Okay. And then next year, he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame.
At the Garden.
Right. Because here's the thing. His streak started at WrestleMania. What better way to say goodbye?
With the Survivor Series, but I gotcha.
For an individual to be wrestling for almost 3 decades is a phenomenal feat.
It's unreal. It really is.
And he'll be the first to tell you it takes a toll on your body. And when it comes time to say, this is it, and hang up my boots and turn in my trunk, this is it. Because, number one, you can't give 100%. And the second thing is you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of your fans.
I think this past year against Roman kind of felt like that to me. Like, it didn't feel right. That match didn't feel... Maybe it's the fact that he was asking about Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. And maybe the crowd was so shocked.
Right.
But it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the right way to go out. So if that's it, fine. I just don't want him to come back at the shell of himself and do another match.
The other you mentioned the 24 series. The one I watched was on Goldberg.
Yes,
and that one was very well done. And I do have to say, as a Goldberg fan, watch it, because the Goldberg that you first knew in WCW is not the Goldberg that you saw in WrestleMania.
And this is my segue. Hang on a second.
Go ahead.
We have 2 inductees now into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018.
The first inductee
is Goldberg, as you just talked about. He's the first one. Correct. It's a big deal. And the second one got announced on Raw this week. The Dudley Boys are going into the Hall of Fame. And we'll get more into details, obviously, when we get closer to Mania, but that's 2 big names. That's really big.
Bubba and Devon Dudley.
You know what I find funny? On Ring of Honor, they had Bubba Ray give his goodbye speech on TV this week. I don't think that was timed that way, but it was very funny how that was timed.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty funny. That his goodbye speech to Ring of Honor aired the weekday, and then his Hall of Fame induction got announced. It's funny how that was timed.
I can see it now when they give their speech at the Hall of Fame. I can see it now for one last time. Devon, get the tables!
By the way, I do want to say, and Mandy made this point,
yeah.
And we'll get more into the Hall of Fame when we get to WrestleMania weekend, like we always do.
Yes.
Why is Christian not going into the Hall of Fame this year? Christian better go in the Hall of Fame this year. If the Dudleys are going in this year, why is Christian not going in this year?
I have no idea.
Because Edge is in already. The Hardys are still wrestling. I'm not expecting them to go in, obviously. Right. But why is Christian not in the Hall of Fame? I don't get it. He had such a great career.
As far as I know, he's not in trouble with Vince.
No, he was on Raw 25.
He
hosted the Peep Show on Raw 25.
Maybe, and I'm just throwing it as a maybe they reached out to him and he said, no, not right now.
I don't know. That'd be weird. He's retired, so I don't know. All right, so I want to start, because Sada didn't even know this yet, but I'm going to start a new segment. It seems we always have something having to do with championships and title matches, and title changes, and everything else every week. So, start a new segment this week called the Championship Corner, where we look at championships that have changed hands or matches that have been announced in the future. First of all, at the Rumble, we have the Raw Tag Team Championships change hands again. Sheamus and Cesaro are the champions again, and Sheamus on his birthday won the Tag Team Championship. 40 years old, win tag team titles at the Royal Rumble.
Happy birthday to Sheamus.
So there you go. So Jason Jordan, by the way, is hurt. That's one of the main reasons they had to drop the belt. He is legitimately hurt.
He is.
He's having some knee issues, so he might not be clear to wrestle for a bit.
Ooh.
I know Sheamus is having some back issues from what I'm hearing, too, so I don't know what's going on here in the tag division right now. It's a weird situation. Because Jeff Hardy's hurt. Jason Jordan's hurt. Sheamus might be hurt. And then what the hell's going on with the tag division right now?
So, I look at it this way. What are they going to do with the program with Jason Jordan?
I don't know.
And,
we'll find out as they get closer. Depends on his injury. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, I personally thought we were going to culminate Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins at Mania, so I have no idea what's going on.
Do we have any other titles changes?
Well, we have an announcement for Elimination Chamber. that the first ever women eliminated chamber match will be happening with the Raw Women's Championship on the line.